Oh, I can see all the DM stuff.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
But are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive. I already tested it. On the other screen that you guys can't see, there's multiple white dragon attacks.
Bring it. I can take it.
Please don't.
This is fine.
If I want to die, I want to die with dignity.
Tiamat it is.
Sounds fake, but okay.
I got Tiamat hotkeyed, ready to go.
We know you do.
Prove it. Don't prove it.
Alright, last session, you group presented Uldar to Feria and filled her in. Ray attempted to cast Identify and found her hands presenting signs of necrosis and then healed. Feria said that she could attempt a theoretical ritual, but she had never attempted it. Feria said she needed the upstairs altar cleansed and that she could provide vials of holy water for the task. She also said she needed a relic symbolizing courage and self-sacrifice, but there would be one nearby, a sword of the heroine, the unknown hero. At this, the group told her that there was no sword. This nearly broke Feria as she went to investigate. The group suggested maybe some of Uldar's own embellishments as a symbol. Barney offered up some of Lethedra's hair, but Riala accidentally magicked it away. Feria said she would try it, but that she first needed the altar cleansed. The group went upstairs and found that they were followed by a small kobold by the name of Scraps, who said he was bored and decided to tag along. The altar was covered in black ichor, blood and flesh. Holy water seemed to evaporate the mess, and Barney noticed that as it vanished, the room began to glow a calming gold. On returning, Uldar was splayed on the ground. Manu and Barney held Uldar's flaming fist embellished shield above his body. Ray took position at his head, and Feria began praying silently. A bright gold light flashed, and Feria called for Ray to take the helm. He slid off easily. Lulu fell from the air unconscious. Barney examined the Holophant and found her stable and unconscious and woke her up with a slap. She came to and exclaimed a most marvellous dream. A dream of a large angelic figure, heavily armoured and wounded, with flying in tow, a large sword in hand. The figure threw the sword at the ground, and a grand temple at the point of the impact. A scar opened in the ground and swallowed the temple. A large tower threw Lulu away from the site, and she came to the care of two bird-like figures residing in a... Lulu had the impression that they needed to find the sword. At that, Alder came to also. He confirmed that this is what he saw also while wearing the helm, and that Lulu was there. He also thought that finding the sword was a solution somehow to getting Elturel back to the material plane. That getting down to Avernus was the biggest hurdle. Alder retired to rest. Riala began chilling the font of holy water to the excitement of the refugees, and was in turn bonked on the head with a replica glass quarterstaff of their metal one. And then you all retired yourselves for a long rest and in turn leveled up. As you all
Scraps doing nothing to level up.
Everyone except Scraps leveled up. As you all start to come to, Alder and Feria are kind of sitting off to the side expectantly, waiting for you all in turn to come and sit by their side and discuss how the hell you're going to get down to the ground level of Avernus from your elevated position in Elturel.
I can get us to the ground.
Okay, well, that was a very good discussion.
Yes, I mean, that's if sleep is all it took, you should take naps far more often.
How many people have we got in the party?
5?
6 including Lulu.
Okay,
You
but
can
Lulu
already
can fly.
Yeah, the last time you set her off to fly by herself, she got ripped from the air by hellhounds.
Okay, he can fly with us.
Okay. Now, I'm no physicist here or anything like that. What if
we throw pillows first and then jump.
Okay, so Manu's gonna try that one.
Ulda says, well, the trick is you have to jump with the pillow, and just before you hit the ground, throw the pillow underneath you.
Look, we all
Jeez.
know the trick is throwing yourself at the ground and missing.
But we're trying to get to the ground.
And you can choose to fail a skill check if you wish.
Barry says, this is all well and good. How are you going to get your...
Featherfall.
The problem is getting back.
That sounds like future us's problem, honestly.
I
Still
mean,
us.
there's change
Okay.
from the ground.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Look,
Check.
the whole point of this wasn't how are we going to get back to Elturel, it's how are we getting down. I've solved that problem. The other one's on you.
Alright then.
Check. There we go. That's a lot better. Sorry, guys, if it cut out on anything.
So we can go to one of the chains, Featherfall, and what? Do we know
Well,
which direction we go to?
here's the thing about Featherfall. Is it only lasts for a minute.
However, if I recall correctly, it does only last for a minute. But if you're in the air when it runs out, you're still good.
Nope.
No?
Falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet, and the spell ends for that creature.
Okay.
So,
You're thinking of levitate.
Yes, I am. When levitate runs out, you
God
just
damn it.
become as if you were getting featherfalled.
Yep.
so what about the pillow jump? Except with Featherfall. Right before we hit the ground, we Featherfall.
Okay, how about this, Manu? We'll all jump, and you can jump with the pillow. And right before we hit the ground, I'll cast Featherfall on everyone else, and you can test out the pillow.
Forget the pillow. Are you even listening? We Featherfall.
Yeah, I just really
before
want
the
to see you
ground.
jump with the pillow.
All right, I'll do it. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right. But that's the other thing about Featherfall. I can only take 5 people.
Well, that's good because we only have 5 people, unless we are taking another person. Like the flying elephants can fly.
Wasn't the other dude coming with us?
I mean, he could just have that on your shield, can you not?
Who are you referring to?
The other dude.
The other dude.
Ulda.
Yeah, cursed dude.
That says, I feel like I would be best served here.
So that's a no, so it's just the 5 of
Cool,
us.
so he's a coward.
To be
I
frank,
don't
he
think
has
I don't
literally
think I
been
agree
through
with
hell.
that assessment.
You just solved the problem and now you're goading him.
Yep. It's fine then. We have 5 people. We can get down.
Lulu can fly her way down as well. This time, don't send her forward as a scouting body.
Well, it seems like you have this sorted. When would you like to go?
That is a question. Where are we trying to go? Because, like, right under Elturel is a lot of fighting. And Featherfall doesn't exactly have lateral movement.
Lulu says, Fort Knucklebone, obviously.
And I love your enthusiasm, Lulu. Do you know where Fort Knucklebone is?
Yeah, of course, it's like 10 miles away.
Do you have a cardinal direction?
Cardinal directions get a little bit iffy on the plains of hell.
Can you point me towards the fort?
Yeah, and she points her trunk. What would be southwest?
All right. So we're going to that edge of the city.
Sounds good to me.
Easily done. And Feria says, "Well, if is there anything we can do to help before we leave?"
You got healing potions?
Unfortunately, they were all consumed in the initial invasion.
It was worth a shot.
I am wondering. It is a bit of a long shot. Do you know of a magical artifact that comes in the form of cards?
Oh no.
No.
That is okay. It is a rare story of fortunes and tragedy.
Very, very well. I'm sure we could scrounge up some playing cards if you need.
I mean, I will not say no. I do love a good game of poker.
And a few of the refugees scramble up this pack of cards that they were in the middle of playing. Collect them all together, bind them in a little bit of string, and hand them to you.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Is there anything else?
Nothing
I
I can
think
think
that's
of
good.
personally, but I'm all ears for other people's thoughts and opinions or questions, I suppose.
Nah, let's go.
Gold is itching for a fight.
Very well then. It was thank you for everything so far.
Thank you for your hospitality. It's a nice change in a place like this.
Yes, of course. Given the circumstances, all we can do is stick together.
Thank you for your assistance in all of the matters.
Ulda stands up and says, if you're in need of an escort, I'm more than capable of taking you to the southwest part of town."
We wouldn't say no.
Capable of going that far, but not going down with us.
Why is
everybody
everybody
Jeez.
fucking cooking? Like, seriously.
He just kind of looks sadly at Feria, and then says, let's go. And starts
Question.
heading. Yeah.
If it'll be safe enough to come back again, we don't know what the streets are going to be like. So, just pointing that out, it's up to you.
Not being subdued by the helm, I should be fine.
Alright.
And yeah, he stands up, ready to go, and says, whenever you're ready.
We'll meet by the front entrance.
Let's go.
Yeah, and he starts heading towards where the unknown hero is, starts climbing up the ladder, and makes his way towards the entrance.
Follow that dude, I guess.
Follow that yellow line.
Well, don't follow that yellow line though.
It is the yellow line of P because he is scared.
As he starts leading the way, his shoulders slump.
Seriously, why is everyone fucking going at Ulda?
Barney casting that at 7th level, cutting words.
Yeah, right?
Then he starts leading you towards the southwest part of town. He leads you to the wall. Says the easiest part would probably be to go around, and leads you to the very edge where El Torel breaks off and the wall ends. And there's about 15 feet of ground going around the wall.
That doesn't sound like a problem.
That sounds fine.
For me.
Ulda just casually walks around and starts heading back, northwest towards the anchor.
I will do the same.
Yeah, you make it around, no hassles.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
I accidentally put my fork in. Well, I put my fork in along my tongue, and the prongs basically went either side of my tongue, piercing, and it felt so fucking weird.
You get used to that.
I did when I lost my tongue piercing.
So, Oldia,
Yes.
in all honesty, I'm sorry. I only mean to make fun of you for not being enough to come down and help cleanse the purple. But I understand that the defense of innocence is maybe more important for you.
I'm not even from this city. I've rallied all the survivors I can find into one central location and tried to keep them
you have
safe.
done such a good job. And I turn my head around to the other guys. I don't.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, sure. Nope.
Advantage.
I was about to open my player sheet on this. That didn't work well.
Shit. Okay.
He looks at you sullenly, droops his head, and says, "It's all for nothing," and steps off the edge.
Okay.
Is there no time to reach out and grab him?
I mean, he's leading the way. He's well in front of all of you.
I would like to try and grab him. Because I was talking to him. Perhaps I am a little bit close.
You're also a bard, probably well skilled in, speaking.
I mean, can I talk him back up off the ledge?
Well, he's
You've already talked him off the ledge.
So he's falling currently, yes?
Yes, he is plummeting unknown feet to the river Styx.
What the fuck, Bonnie?
For fuck's sake. I cast polymorph on him.
Ooh, burn the 4th levels.
This spell transform a creature you can see within range. An unwilling creature must waste a wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect.
I can't grab him, but I will make him a 3 little no, something dumber.
What
something
is
that
the
isn't
save?
Is it a save?
Oh.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, it is.
Unwilling. Wisdom save for unwilling.
15?
He is an eagle.
Saint sex, pull back.
And he's now flying towards the ground.
Probably much more efficiently.
Problem solved, I guess.
Far more streamlined. You see him...
Like, just because he's an eagle doesn't mean he has to fly.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking something dumber, so that he could, forget that he was trying to kill himself. Like a bat, maybe? I just couldn't think of it. Said eagle. He's now an eagle.
Alright. Are we headed down? Who's
I mean,
ready?
we should. I think he's ready to go. I think we just jump off here. Yeah.
All right, you'll need to be within a certain range of me, so we're all fucking holding hands. Let's skydive this.
Maybe we can chase the eagle.
Sure.
All right, let's go.
If
Let's
anyone would like, they can make a perception check.
go. I grab the next closest person's hand and move as close to the cliff as possible.
Yeah, what's underneath us? Has anyone checked yet?
Nope. Yeah, you know what? I might
Manu
as well
and
put that
Barney.
in there too.
As you near the edge,
Yay.
Manu and Barney, as you near the edge, you can see a speck of brightness on the river Styx before it fades away.
Speak of Christ. You just dive bomb into the fucking lava.
Oh, I don't know you want.
Let's all remember, we're in Avernus here.
Yeah, I suppose it's a very depressing place.
Some of us may be staying in Avernus for their horrible, horrible deeds.
I was just pointing out his inadequacies.
You killed a man via suicide.
Oh.
Barney
is something
finally got
wrong
a
with
cutting words kill.
Was a burden.
No.
I feel bad. I will make it up for this poor creatures.
Manu and Barney also.
Do we see
Underneath,
the hordes of demons?
yes, legions and legions of demons and devils warring on the shores of the river Styx. Directly underneath Elturel. But you can also see, approximately 10 miles away, at the base of a plateau. What is that sound?
Sorry.
Cutlery.
You can also see at the base of a plateau, approximately 10 miles away, what appears to be a fort to the southwest.
So if we take a running start, will Featherfall keep our momentum?
I believe so.
I have a better idea.
Manu has a better idea.
I'd love to hear it.
We all link arms, just like you wanted, and we get Lulu to swim us in the direction through the air while we fall.
You realize we're not any lighter.
Well, Lulu still has the ability to kick off nothing in air to propel herself. So why not just...
Okay, but she's got to drag the weight of all 5 of us, and I know Scraps isn't that big, but like...
She's not lifting us, she's just pushing us forward while we fall.
I will fight all of you.
Just because I suggested it doesn't mean it's dumb.
No, it's dumb because you don't understand physics, Manu.
I'll give it a try anyways. Humor the monk.
I hate to agree with the bold one, but I think that might actually work.
The problem is, we
You're
only
just
get a
discussing your continued momentum. All I can do
Yeah.
is change your trajectory.
Okay, but here's the problem with my idea, because I realized that it has a very bad flaw, is I can't cast Featherfall as soon as we jump.
No.
We only get 10 rounds of Featherfall.
Mm-hmm. However,
That
I
at
see.
60 feet per round, that is not enough to get to the ground from Elturel.
casting Featherfall.
That's
a
what,
reaction.
600 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough.
I only have 4 first level spell slots.
It's enough straight down.
So
The
don't
river
cast...
Styx directly below us, though.
I was gonna say, so don't cast it right away. Cast it when we're a third of the way down.
Yeah. Roll a dexterity check on your way down.
You know, I did think about that earlier and think it would be a very hilarious way to TPK.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It is verbal and material. Though to be fair, I don't actually need the material because I have focus, but still.
So, dexterity check, hey? There's no somatic components. Sounds more like a constitution check to me.
You can also climb down the chain.
I say we
Christ.
free fall.
Boring.
We have a plan. We need to stick with it. We free fall, then you cast your spell. Done.
I can see multiple ways this ends badly.
Let's go in a fear.
Either that or we all come back in a different way.
I mean, Uldar was practically a god, and he was alright.
I mean, until he hit the lava.
Fuck
Yeah.
it, let's keyleth this. Let's go.
We are golden gods.
We're practically gods.
I wish I had a pillow.
Now, just don't do that when you're trying to cast a spell on the way down.
Okay, I'm sick. Rial is not sick.
So, you'll jump? Are you all getting a very Hollywood run and jump holding hands?
Yeah, it's
Let's do it.
jumping off the cliff with like
It's
a
not
red
somatic, I
Cadillac.
don't need my hands.
Hey, can I have everyone make a dexterity saving throw?
Is this to see if we have the damage of the 38 D10?
Yeah, D10 sounds like a bit much.
No, D10 does sound like a bit much. It would be more like
I was gonna say it's
60 DC.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should be off the top of my head. It's a D6 per 10 feet.
10 feet. So
All
like
I'm gonna
100
say is,
D6.
you all owe your lives to Manu right now. As you all run and jump, the increased pressure of your thumping footsteps degrades the edge, and you all unexpectedly start falling. Only Manu, as dexterous as he is, manages to keep his footing and
Oh, come on,
leap.
3 of us got over 20.
Yeah, and the
I'm
DC
more
was
aerodynamic.
25 clearly.
It's a pretty high DC, and I averaged it out. Yeah, Manu manages to keep his footing. You all hesitate for a split second as Manu in the middle almost acts like an anchor, stopping your fall. But he manages to leap out and continue your trajectory the way you intended.
Fair enough.
Ah,
And
sweet,
I'm
sweet
free,
victory.
free fall.
You all start to get the sensation almost like being sandblasted. The air is so hot and dense as you start to reach incredibly high speeds. You'll see yourselves falling 50, 100, 150 feet, 200 feet,
Not even worried.
250 feet.
We're gonna die!
I'm gonna wait until we're like 300 feet off the ground and then I'll cast Feather Fall.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have done
To be
it
fair,
before.
it's a reaction, so like I don't
It's
have
good.
to have a lot of time to cast it.
Roughly as you're all plummeting, you all start to get this was a bad idea feelings. As
No.
the
Come
ground,
on,
the
Scratch
ground
is
is
having the time of his life.
the ground is
Feeling.
getting closer and closer, and then you all start to feel weightless for but
Aw.
a split second as your fall rapidly slows down, and you all start falling with style.
Roll for
To the
Whiplash.
Roll for the Superman effect.
Lulu, just following easily along, says, "Oh my god, that was hilarious."
That was fucking fun. We should do that more.
Lulu says, "I agree," and she starts flying up. And just as she gets out of view, yeah, she just folds her wings back and starts plummeting.
We've made the Hollyphant into a daredevil.
She,
Yeah, little elephants got the right idea.
you see, as she reaches your level, her wings unfurl, and she actually struggles a little bit to slow down again. She actually gets precariously close to the ground before she manages to stop herself, and she comes back up and says, "That's enough."
That feeling there, that means you're doing it right.
Oh boy.
If that's the case, I think I can get closer.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
No.
I used to play this game in World of Warcraft.
Yep.
See how far you can jump off cliffs before you just explode.
When you're a druid, you
Yep.
fly up
Yes.
as high as you can.
I used to do that
Oh.
as my druid with dual person mounts. I would be the mount and then drop them and change into flight form. Because I'm a dick.
Can't do that anymore. They automatically get a
know.
parachute.
It's bullshit.
Moving on.
So where in the fuck on this map are we vaguely? Because I can't
And
see
please
really-
tell me we're not slowly drifting towards the river of lava.
It's fine.
I mean, it's 60 feet like every 6 seconds. So that's 10 feet a second. That's still a fairly rapid. So
It's still
Yeah, 100%. It's
Yeah,
still
but the spell says that you don't take any damage when you land.
yeah, it's
No, it's
still
true.
quick, but it's due to the spell not quick
It's
enough.
not lethal velocity.
If everyone would like to make a... Actually, no, I'll wait till you get to the ground. Doesn't make
Oh,
sense
no.
that in this situation you'd be able to like cross-reference the map as you're plummeting to the ground.
Without the map, yeah, we good.
Yeah. But as you are all slowly free-falling, you get a much
Got
clearer
14
view.
intelligence. Surely I can remember something.
No.
DM says no. As you're all slowly falling, you see the where the anchors, the chains and the anchors meet the ground on both edges of the river Styx. Armored legions of devils encircle the enormous posts of infernal iron that anchor Elturel to the rocky ground. Squads of demons, fighting 10 deep in some places, hurl themselves into the devil's ranks. Most of these abyssal troops are lowly mains and dretchers who die quickly in vain attempts to drag down devils so that stronger demons behind them can strike killing blows. A dark river cuts a path across the blasted landscape and flows directly beneath the city. Floating on the river are demonic barges being assailed by squadrons of winged devils under the command of a terrifying pit fiend wearing an eyeless helm and clutching a battle standard. Due to some nat ones, you go unnoticed as you eventually touch the ground.
Nice.
Okay, where are we? And what is around us? And how quickly can we not be in danger?
How quickly can we get into a scrap?
You seem to be approximately 1.5 miles from the closest anchor that you can see.
That's
Which is where on the
Uh,
map?
Which one person would have the map currently?
not scraps.
Probably
Sure
died with the other one.
Had it.
We didn't give the map to the cat, did we?
I don't think we did.
I'll let you all decide who has it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we don't, if we're not able to
probably would've
retroactively say someone else has it, let Edra have it.
Oh, do you mean this piece of paper here? And I pull out my the thing, and it's like crumpled and stained. Like I've been wiping my mouth with it.
That's not a fucking napkin, Barney.
It just looked like a bit of red. I figured it was a children's drawing.
Anyone who would like to can make a survival check. As all of you finally taking out the map for the first time in Avernus, the map itself seems to have come alive and is shifting around like an oil painting.
Well, that's really uncomfortable.
Interesting feature.
Yeah, looking at it, it's like you're all dizzy and trying to grasp onto like a singular object.
Wait,
All the distances and scales and locations all shift around.
move it lower. I want to look.
I'd
Yeah,
purposely
no,
move it
this
higher.
makes a lot of
I
sense.
will fucking climb you.
Can I
I
just
think
like
it
lift
Ask
Scraps?
consent first.
I just want to lift Scraps up by his scruff of his back, of his armor or something like that.
What's your strength like? I'm wearing chainmail.
Uh,
Not that great. It's a 0.
I would like to
Try
see
it.
you try it.
I require a strength check for this. Otherwise, I'm dodging out of the way.
Oh, that was an accidental double click, but whatever. I tried.
I don't know what the DM would deem as an appropriate DC for that, but
Not 11.
yeah. As I fucking said, I'll climb you, or you can lower it. I just want to fucking look. I want an excuse to make a survival check, goddammit.
I'm gonna bring it down to like normal level for normal people, but it's still too high for scraps.
Oh, wow.
I'm climbing Riala.
Riala's just gonna
And
topple
not
on one
well
side.
at
Lethedra? That's weird.
That is very weird because
Sorry.
oh no, I know what that is. I haven't actually changed my display name. Does that give me an excuse to make another athletics check?
Not at all.
No.
I tried.
Let's try.
You all see Ray.
Sort of scoot
Uh,
scraps to the side with my
yeah,
foot.
Ray, you all see squats down, 2 hands on the scruff of Scrap's back.
I was just
And
attempting to lift one hand, just like, shut the fuck up already type thing.
you all get a very hilarious Looney Tunes Anvil-esque moment as her arms shake and Scraps just walks away.
No.
And then tries to scurry up. Riala just shifts her feet out of the way like a parent trying to dodge a child.
Alright, you know what? This is a complete waste of ability time, but I'm gonna do it because I'm fucking sick of this shit. And so, kind of stops for a second, and then kind of just claps his hand together. And does anyone speak giant?
Yes.
No.
You hear him saying stuff
No, I
in
don't.
giant that I don't actually know what he's going to be saying, but he's saying stuff in giant. And then he
By
become...
the power of Grayskull.
That's it. What's the average size of a large-sized creature? Height-wise?
Large. Oh.
7, 8 foot, maybe? I
Bigger
think.
than that.
Let me have a look.
Yes, and
Yes, right? Anyway, he claps his hand together, says some
10.
seemingly gibberish, and begins to grow extremely to, I'm going to say, about 12 feet tall. Including all of the stuff on him, and his armor and weapon and everything, and goes, yeah, alright, now I can look at the fucking map.
Yeah, anywhere between
As-
10 and 14 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 12 because that's a very good 4 times sized.
as you start growing, I have started to kneel down to and I start to gesture towards you to be like, hey, you just climb up, and then you start growing, and I'm like, this is why I don't try with you fuckers. I'm not...
That's all I wanted to do. Right?
Can you actually
You
see
good?
the map from all the way up there?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the point where I lower it down further.
I will kick you.
I mean, it'll probably go about as well as you trying to climb me.
Can we all just stop bickering and try and figure out where the fuck?
Thank you.
Right there. A damp finger presses on the map.
Yuck, why is it damn?
Don't ask that!
The others are dry.
It took like a half second to sink in. I was like, ugh.
I just like the idea that there was none of us who actually touched the map, and finger just fucking appeared. It just went, blah. And yes, finger was down.
Fucking hell.
And then about a minute later, Scraps shrinks back down to normal size.
Contract.
Normal in quotation marks.
His normal size.
You were just dying to show that off, weren't you?
Yes.
So as As you're all on the ground, the ground of Avernus is like a pockmarked battlefield. There are puddles of black liquid surrounding the place. There are craters where obviously large impacts have happened. There are scraps of metal. There's the occasional very large white bones. And Lulu points her trunk roughly here, if you all see that, to
Yep.
the west-southwest, and says, "That's the way we've got to go."
Start making
Cool.
tracks
Are there
then.
any demons/devils between us and there?
I mean, it's approximately 9 miles, give or take. Probably can't see the whole way.
Can we see any? Let me rephrase. Can we see any demons/devils in the general vicinity?
You can see a few that are very much like rat-sized. Nothing that like presents a significant risk.
Okay, so we're not near any of like the frontline battlefields,
No, that's
any of the fighting areas.
yeah, that's a 1.5 to 2 miles away.
Briala,
Yes.
based on if this damp spot on the coloring drawing is where we are, and if we are to be heading in this direction, is there a tower just there?
Yep.
Should we be heading to this tower? She said something about a tower, didn't she?
A fort.
So not a tower.
I don't know. Lulu, did the fort have a tower?
Not at all.
Okay, so not
Okay,
a
so-
tower.
Unrelated then. Just an adjacent tower.
Well, that depends. How often do things stay the same in the hells?
Also,
Yes.
just for reference on the map, you have no idea scale.
Just as a noticing thing, it was a giant ass sword, yeah, that made a fort.
Mhm.
There's a giant ass sword right here.
Yeah, head to that.
That's
Where?
it. It's
At the
bottom
bottom.
left. Bing. Seems like a safe bet.
100%. Go there.
I can't tell if that's.
You've solved the campaign riddle.
That sounds like
It's hard to
The
tell
DM
if
head
that's
don't
DM
do
being a
it.
shit or if that's actually Lulu.
look. It's always DM being a
Kind of
shit.
Similar.
Oh no, that's me. That's the DM. By all means,
Okay,
go there.
cool.
You've solved the campaign. You solved the campaign by looking at the map you got around session 6.
Okay.
I think this is fine.
Cool. Let's go. Giant sword seems legit.
On the way there, let's
You
go.
realize
to this...
once we get to the sword, you
thing.
can't wield it, right, Scraps? It's too big for you.
I'm very aware. I'm not stupid.
But you can turn to a giant.
Yeah,
Look,
that looks a
there's a
little
different-
bit bigger than giant sized. He's not the smartest tool in the shed, but he's not dumb. It's not the
Okay, so while we are walking currently towards the thing, as we are not just standing around looking at a map talking, because that would be fucking ridiculous. How's everyone's day? I feel like we've had a very productive day.
How are you liking the adventure so far?
It's had its ups and downs, mostly downs today.
Haha.
There was definitely one large down.
I mean, you're not wrong.
As you start crossing the literal hellscape, you come across what appears to be like a swamp of tar.
We gotta go through it.
Or we can go around it.
As you start to approach, there's like these tiny little like hundreds and hundreds of these small pools of black liquid. And it stretches for a little while, but as you get closer and closer, you see the tar starts to move as something breaches the surface. And as the black liquid starts to ooze off, whatever it is, you see this.
Oh,
Hundreds
Jesus.
and hundreds of them, each in their own little pool.
Oh Jesus!
Wait,
Not
Is it a
burrito.
liquid?
The creatures are a solid. They seem to be bathing in the liquid.
okay. So it must feel pretty good, right?
I dare you to touch it, Manor.
Oh, Manu's the type of person to go to the La Brea tar bits and be like, yeah, bath
Does
time.
anybody have something that can paralyze someone? Because I'll drag this mug literally through hell if I have to.
How many of these creatures have come out? Just the one?
Hundreds.
Okay.
It's almost like one to each pool.
Let us.
As the black liquid starts to like ooze off it, and its flesh is exposed, swarms of insects start to like swarm around it, and almost like a shark with those little sucker fish that live on them, they all land on the exposed flesh.
Huh.
So I'm assuming nobody's gone to demon or devil school to try and figure out what the fuck these things are.
I skipped this chapter.
I could try.
Do any of us know what these things are? Do we even get a chance to roll?
Anyone proficient in religion can roll with disadvantage.
Are you proficient in religion?
Nope. You'd think I would be, being a celestial, but no.
Nope.
Probably chose performance.
Me?
I'm teasing you. So no, no one is proficient in religion.
I thought Barney was proficient in religion.
Barney
Yes.
Barney's playing Overwatch.
I am definitely not doing
That
that.
definitely.
Actually, I
Yeah.
am.
You actually are proficient in religion, or actually are playing Overwatch?
both.
Yes.
Wow.
I am barely proficient.
It's with disadvantage.
I'm more of a jack of all religion, if I'm being perfectly honest.
You have no idea what they are.
God damn it.
Well, one or two,
How-
I'd say let's fight them. 100?
How big are the pool areas? Like, is this like an entire swamp-like area of just tar, or is it just like I'm trying to gauge how big, like in miles, this thing is, like this tar area?
Seems to be about a mile or so.
Votes to go around.
Let's I'm for going around.
Yeah. That seems like the best idea.
We can't go around it. I said all of this in Discord.
Why can't we go around it?
Because Bonnie wants to be dramatic.
Because Play School taught me.
So you start heading around
Yeah.
to the north or the south.
Oh, the north, of course.
Yeah, you start heading around to the north as they get on the correct
I'm
layer.
gonna keep an eye out. Are any of the demon things, like, have they noticed us? Are they paying attention to us?
You can make a perception check.
Can I join in on that, or
I'll let one of you make it with advantage.
you got probably better perception than I do?
What's your perception?
Nil.
Then yeah, I'll advantage it. Cool.
As they start to emerge, They all start to like group up as they seem to be moving, and they are all bumping into each other.
Blind.
Are they blind?
It would appear so.
What about the insect things on them? Are they just preoccupied with the demon things?
Yeah, you can
Devils?
see large like swaths of them fall to the ground as they collide with the impact, as they don't seem to move as the like flesh on flesh touches. They're all getting squished and falling to the ground.
Fair enough. Alright, let's keep an eye on them as we go.
I'd rather not.
Are we still going around? I think these things are blind. We could just walk past between.
Blind doesn't mean they won't notice us.
If we are very stealthy, and if they notice us, we could just tell them that we are not that.
Well, maybe they're
If
also
you're up for
deaf.
debating with devils, then go for it. You can go straight through.
I
Oh,
still
these are
reckon the safer
devils?
thing would be to go around. I don't know.
Devils are demons.
Devils, they're underneath the creature monster handouts, underneath devils.
Okay, well that's called metagaming, love.
Sorry.
Just a little bit.
If that's all you get, I don't care.
Though you could make a reasonable assumption since this seems to be their territory / habitat with the
It's
targets.
50-50. It's either a
That they are
demon or a
native
devil.
to the hells.
Yeah,
and
either way,
therefore
they'll want to kill us.
devils rather than demons.
Some like to make deals.
Nope, no deals.
We could give them our eyes.
Nope.
Yes.
I feel like they would be in need of.
We're
Or we
still
could
I like
collect
my eyes.
We
eyes
just
for
get a
them.
go, please.
I only need
I'm
one.
walking around.
I'm following Riala, kicking
Honestly,
at
I
dirt.
kinda like my eyes where they are.
After about an hour and a half or so, you successfully navigate to the north, edging around the north side of the like, tarry swampland. You come back around to the south where you were. You can see on the horizon a large wall. Lulu says, "That's the fort!" Looking behind you, it seems like no distance has changed.
Are we any closer?
Well, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're definitely closer. You can actually see the wall, but it just looks like the river Styx behind you is exactly the same distance away.
God, I hate hell.
Creeping river.
Yeah, well. How long has Elsrel been in hell? Like, how long would Scraps have been here? Just fucking chilling?
I think it was six
Couple
to 8
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah. You think you hate hell?
Well, I've never been stalked by a river
3 weeks,
before.
sorry. 3 weeks.
Still.
Yeah, so, I mean, behind you, you can see, what appears to be miles and miles of tar land. But somehow, the river Styx, almost seems to overlap with it. The river Styx does not appear to be any further away.
That is very uncomfortable.
You continue on towards this large makeshift wall that you can see now, and it is definitely getting closer and closer as you get, as you continue walking. It's getting closer and closer. The tar pits behind you fade off into the distance. The river Styx stays the exact same distance.
Do not like.
Okay.
So yeah, as you continue on, there are still like very small like puddles of this black liquid. I mean, nowhere near the size that they would probably fit any of these creatures that you saw. But almost like it had just finished raining, and as the ground divots, there's small pools of this black liquid.
Okay. I'm gonna avoid touching that.
What does it
Manu, go touch it.
feel like? I touch it.
Yes.
It
You really wanna
feels
kill Manu badly?
It has the consistency of hair gel,
Mm.
I
but
want to see
pitch
how
black.
many of our party members can die through touching random things.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
There it is.
Alright.
Like, if
You
everyone
realize that you are part
die,
of the party, and therefore you should probably start touching random things. Ooh.
I'm gonna be the last one to
Please
touch
roll
random things.
1d100.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Alright.
This is the ooze all over again.
That's why you said it felt like hair gel.
Yep.
There we go, 78. Nailed it.
Unless it was a percentile to roll under your level.
Yep.
As you dip your finger into it and kind of rub your two fingers together to feel the consistency.
No, I submerged my hand, like... Oh
As-
wait, no, it's just a little raindrop.
Yeah, sure. You can pick.
Oh no, yeah, I want to, like, get a handful of it.
Yeah, you get a handful of it, and
Yeah.
you rub your hands together to get a feel for the consistency.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the group, you all notice Manu getting thinner and thinner until his skin is wrapped taut around his muscles, and then his muscles seem to be getting smaller and smaller.
Man,
He
Does anyone,
is,
Tell him.
by the time it seems to finish, and Manu is like rubbing his hands on the ground to get the tar off, he looks like an extreme case of anorexia.
Huh.
Your weight,
So-
Manu, is halved.
Don't touch the tar.
I need bread.
Bread makes you fat.
Chew
It makes you fat. I was waiting for someone. I really was.
Ugh. I nearly snorted so bad into the mic when you said chew it for me.
Oh no. Right. Don't touch the tar. Terrible idea. I haven't got a lot of weight to lose. Let's not do it.
don't touch anything unless we're certain that it's safe.
This is hell. Nothing's safe.
I was gonna say,
Exa-
so you mean don't touch anything, full stop.
Pretty much.
So where to now?
That is
To the
so
wall.
disturbing.
To the window.
You fucking beat me to it.
Yeah, that's
God
the
damn
one.
it.
I was gonna say, that's the one.
Hey, how do you find a
Fucking-
photo of me?
What is that, the machinist?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I can never remember the name of it when I actually want to.
We continue walking to the fort.
Yeah. Another 10 minutes or so passes, and somehow it seems like you've traversed 5 or so miles.
Shit's weird, yo.
No, I'm not gonna think about it. I'm gonna count
As
that
you-
as a win.
What's going on with me? Am I like, my weight is halved, but
Yep.
Yeah, does that have any
anything
other...
else going on, or
Oh, your weight is halved.
do I still have that tar?
Congratulations, you just found a D&D's
I mean, that's-
best
There's
fucking diet stuff.
there'd still be traces of it, kind of like oil. You know, like you'd have like crusted pools around your nail beds and stuff like that. But the majority of it's definitely gone off your heads.
Damn.
Yeah, you start to approach a very large wall. It appears to be makeshift, with like huge chunks of steel. What the fuck? Huge chunks of steel, like piled together haphazardly with large sections of bone, like making up parts of it. A fortified compound sits atop a low plateau that rises out of a crater-pocked landscape. At the center of the compound is a hill of rust-colored stone that resembles a hand clawing out of the ground, with gaps between the fingers. A jagged wall made of rock, bones, and metal debris surrounds this hand-shaped hill. Other highlights visible from this distance include a gatehouse, atop which stands a half-dozen small figures on watch.
Now that seems more like a scrap I can get into. Shall we find a door?
Certainly can. Well, let's hope they actually were smart enough to put one in.
One way to find out.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a large gate that seems to warrant a gatehouse.
Onwards. To the gatehouse.
I'm just gonna lightly just nudge Manu to the side and just see if he like topples over or anything like that.
Deck save.
You can make a deck save if you like, Manu.
It's gonna topple.
Yeah, Manu topples to the ground, and there is a very solid impact as you can almost audibly hear his bones hit the ground.
Somehow that was slightly satisfying.
I'll help him up. I just wanted to see if it was just, easy to just. Nah.
Just wanted to see if he could do it.
Just a little bit of a poke type thing. Just just to see if he's. Yeah.
But yeah, you start to approach the gate atop it, the gatehouse with the 6 figures atop it. As you approach, all you can see is the tips of like stereotypical witches' hats, like pointy witches' hats. The figures seem to be too short to see over the balustrading. And as you approach, you hear, "What's the password?"
Yo, mama.
There's a silence before one of the figures says, "Ha! That's it!" And another one says, "Shut up, idiot! We don't have a password!" And all 6 of them start laughing.
It didn't quite go as I anticipated, but I'll take it.
The gate still isn't opening.
So can we come in then?
You hear a mixture of, "Yeah, come on," and "No, fuck off."
Wait, fucking make up your mind, eh?
"Why would we do that?" they all say in unison.
Oh, Christ.
I'm glad you're
That
the
is.
talker of the group.
Yeah, it's not really wise, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
What's
No one else
that?
spoke up. Be the talker of the group. You would do that because we want to come in. There we go. Fuck it. Why not? My
Yeah.
reasoning is sound.
"Yeah, that sounds alright." And another
Right.
voice says, "But I don't want you to come in."
Who, me? Just me, or the other ones?
You hear a mixture of, "Yeah," and "Nah."
Oh, they're just Aussies.
Yeah, nah, bruh.
Does anyone have a bit of bread and a sausage? Because if I toss that up there, they'll be distracted and we can kind of climb the wall.
Have you ever been to a Bunnings before?
There's a sausage sizzle happening over that way.
Yeah, over in Avernus's Bunnings.
I'm sorry. We are wondering if we are able to gain access. We have business with the master of the.
"Yeah, of course he can."
Okay, thank you. I guess that sounded like we could just walk in. Yeah.
"No worries."
Is the gate acted? Is it like locked? Can I test the gate?
Yeah, you can push on it.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, make
Oh.
a strength check. I'll say with advantage. That's alright. Yeah, the gate opens freely. And you just hear an echo of laughing. A cacophony of laughing from atop the
Nice.
guardhouse.
So can
Hey,
we go
Manu.
up there? I have something to give to those guys.
Yes.
Do you want to go in first?
Yes,
Yes.
I go in first.
Let the short one and the skinny one go for smart.
The
I probably have
area
more hit points than you do.
The area enclosed by the rampart is littered with trash and mechanical parts. Some put together in a way that resembles a vehicle. Ramshackle structures built from the same junk as the outer wall provide shelter. A platoon of small fey creatures mills about, all looking like feral gnomes. Several of them sport tall red caps, some of which drip
Oh, God.
with vile ichor.
So these
Oh,
are just
God,
fucking mechanomes?
No. But yes, but no. As soon as you said red caps, oh god, no!
It's fine.
God damn it, I got a handout. For some reason it's not working. Oh, there it is.
Rip.
Just Google red cap.
It's okay.
Yay.
I can speak Gnomish.
A pair of
That's
Kenku
Oh.
examine one of the strange vehicles, chattering to each other in high-pitched squawks. These Kenku carry an assortment of strange tools. When they see you, they turn and stare in wonder.
Hi. You right?
As you say that, one of the Kenku waves in your direction as if telling you to remain where you are. What a deal! Patience is a virtue. Can't keep the boss waiting, and he runs off into one of the trash structures. Moments later, he returns, leading a tall creature wearing a long, tattered shift covered in mud, blood, mold, and worse. The hag's eyes seem to move independently of each other as she approaches.
Oh Christ.
Her straggly brown hair hanging in front of them. Resting on each shoulder are red-eyed ravens that scrutinize your group. Scrutinize your group. Behind her, a hulking creature built of disparate fiendish parts trudges, moaning and hopping as it walks. Then both of the hag's eyes focus keenly on your group and on Lulu specifically. My goodness, the hag croaks, spittle dribbling from her mouth. Where did you find such a treasure?
Mad
Mad
Maggie,
Maggie
and
and Mickey.
Oh my dear lordy.
What's the food tubes going on?
I don't.
Don't think about it.
I'm too sick for this.
Tell
Sounds
me
like a good time to
more.
take a break. And not only because I want to smoke, but
Yeah,
mostly.
we can take a break there.
Excellent. I did
Is it like a,
You're welcome.
go-gurt and room temp, or like...
Oh, I am already fucking sick, Manu.
Just make me vomit all over my fucking computer. Just
I
vomit
will
everywhere.
throw up on mic.
Room temperature
Fucking test.
go-get. Ugh.
I'm going to mute y'all fuckers and go have a smoke, because that's more appetizing than room temperature go-good.
Oh, Jesus. That's so fucking disgusting.
I
what's in
don't know
my
what,
heart?
what that looks like, so
Alright, we're just gonna take a quick
I'm
break.
gonna go and play in traffic now.
Yeah, so for anyone watching, I'm just gonna take a quick 5-minute break. We'll be back momentarily. So, the hag has just asked, where'd you find such a treasure? Eyeing off Lulu.
It's more like she found us. She's a friend.
A fortuitous find, to be sure. And the whole time she hasn't left her eyes off Lulu.
Yeah, I'ma be close to Lulu.
Well, what brings you to my little abode?
Is this Fort Knucklebone?
Indeed it is, yes.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Yeah, Lulu, this was your idea.
As you're all talking, everyone in the fort seems to have stopped and is watching. So there's like 40 to 50 of these red caps. There's the two Kenku, there's Mad Maggie and Mickey. And from around a corner comes a levitating, floating head.
Jesus. Alright, just all the handouts.
Nicolas Cage?
Oh, so it makes me laugh.
And everyone's just stopped. Stopped whatever they're doing and is watching the interaction. I'll bring that one to the top because that's my favourite.
Well, Lulu, this was your idea.
Lulu flaps forward enthusiastically and begins telling the entire story of how you met, what brings you all to El Terrell and in turn Avernus, and how she seems to have lost her memory, and that for some reason she remembered being cared for by the two Kenku, and Fort Knucklebone is the last thing she remembers.
Cool.
Everything that you guys have done together with Lulu, she says. Mad Maggie steps forward and says, well, if lost memories are what you're after, I can fix that. And Lulu looks around at you all. Should I let her do it?
I see zero problems with this plan. Let's go.
Very well. It will take me a little bit of time to prepare the ritual, but you may entertain yourselves in my fort as you see fit. And she starts to waddle off.
Fair enough. Lulu, are you sure you trust this clearly mad woman?
I don't really see what other choice I have. I don't know how else to get my memories back.
I mean, amnesia stories usually have like a bonk of the head.
Well, it seems like I copped a tower to the head.
Okay, so we just gotta drop another tower on you.
If you've got one, let's go.
I mean, there's gotta be one around here somewhere, right?
See, this is why you should have just kept going when you were dive bombing to the ground. Because then you would have hit your head on the ground.
I can
And then
just
you get
do
your
that
memories
now.
back.
I still have wings. And she starts
go.
like flapping her wings.
Let's not.
Oh.
The only question
Maybe
is at
another
what
time, small
cost?
friend.
The only question is at
At
what
least someone
cost?
here
What
likes me.
I don't know. She didn't really specify, did she?
No. Which is
We
a
should
bit
go explore it.
unfortunate.
Also of of
What?
God damn it.
I will give Manu one of my rations.
Alright, yeah. Oh, I fucking love that voice. Also of note, as Mad Maggie turns and seemingly walks off wherever she's walking. Everyone else in the fort goes back to whatever they were doing. The Kenku go back to working on the vehicle. The Flame Skull goes back to wherever it was. You'll see it go around some things, and eventually the light disappears as it goes from view. The menagerie, the golem of sorts, whatever the hell you want to call Mickey, starts walking around, seemingly patrolling, but it's almost jumping from one leg to another, like a very profound limp. As it steps on one foot, it jumps to the other one. And the 30 or 40 red caps all start mimicking it and laughing, saying, "Ha, let's do the Mickey!" And they all start surrounding it and imitating its limp.
Wow, what fucking dicks.
And Lulu says, "Well, doesn't seem like we have anything else to do for now." And she floats off. She flies off towards the Kenku, and says, "Hi, how are you?" And the Kenku just continue hammering away at the vehicle.
This vehicle, is it like a war vehicle, or is it like a minivan, a people mover, as it were, demon mover, maybe?
It is...
Another handout.
Yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
Another.
It looks like this.
Mate,
Demon
so
Rather.
Jesus.
are we gonna fucking bust out some Mad Max shit across Avernus?
Pedals to the metal, here we come.
They seem to be trying to repair it, but they're staring at this one part, and I mean, it seems like they're
Battle
stumped.
wagons, let's go.
I would like to walk over to them and see if I can assist them in building the demon grinder. It's kind of like regular grinder, except for demons.
Yeah, you can see a large, metal smooth pole, going across the lower body, and at the end of it is a very large, spiky gear. The pole seems to be is emanating a red and blue aura, and the red and blue aura stops at the spiky gear.
So it just mirrors. It's just everything phallic there.
I think
Just
that's
make sure.
that's a you thing. I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that was just you.
No, it's because it was grinder, and then just everything was like shafts and spikes.
That
The
sounds
word
definitely
was
like a
not
Barney
said
thing.
a single time.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a Barney thing, more of the player's issue.
Yeah. Can I try and help them put the thing onto the thing, and
As
see if I can
as you look at
crankshaft, or I don't know car terminology.
as you look at the thing that as you approach and look at whatever they're seemingly focused on, they both point one hand at it. You can make an Arcana or Investigation check.
Can I join in with that on Arcana?
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah.
They're both so terrible.
As you both seems to near on about 10 minutes or so of investigating, Ray, you get the sense that for whatever reason this gear is stopping the flow of energy to the rear of the vehicle.
I'll just inform them of that, and can I think of any solutions or anything like that? The player is just a little bit out of it at the moment, so I didn't catch the full description of the gear, but I don't want to bother.
As you investigate the spiky gear, you can see the red and blue energy flowing to the spiky gear, and it seems like there is a black energy surrounding the gear, and they make like shooing motions towards this like black, almost like a smoke around the gear. Seems like they're trying to get rid of whatever is in the gear, I guess.
Anyone got any suggestions for getting rid of whatever the fuck this is?
I bet it's demons.
It definitely seems like a magical presence.
Well, who's got to spell magic?
I do, but I don't know if that would work because I don't want to get rid of the actual energy flow.
Yeah, I don't think dispelling the magic is actually the need. Is it a magical thing that is blocking the flow of energy, or is it an arcane thing that is like flowing? Does
Ray,
it
you would
make-
know it seems to be a magical essence blocking another magical essence.
Okay, would I know if dispelling magic would work on the black one then? The black essence?
Yeah, seems to. It would be. I mean, it is magic.
I'll give
I-
that dispel magic.
I was gonna say I'll use my spell, but it's okay.
Who's gonna cast it?
I mean, I can, but if Bonnie wants to, and because I've only got 2 slots still, so.
That's why I was wondering, like, I can cast this and you don't use your spell slots. I will cast it at the 3rd level.
At 3rd level, Jesus.
I mean, it's a third level
I
spell.
was gonna say, off
Jesus.
the top of my head, it's a 3rd level spell, so.
Yeah, you begin to cast Dispel Magic, and you reach out towards the spiky gear, and you feel the dissipation of whatever the black energy is, and the blue and red energy continues flowing through, and the machine starts to vibrate and starts emanating a very low screaming sound.
Cool.
Vibrates and it starts to scream. You're telling me this is
Yeah,
not a
as-
sex machine?
As the machine like seems to come to life, you can hear a very low, like a coming from it. One of both of the Kenkus start to jump up and down, and one of them runs off like into the building. And after about 30 seconds or so, he seems to be dragging Mad Maggie back, and Mad Maggie assesses the situation, says, thank you. They've been toiling with that for many a time. It is appreciated. And she starts going back to preparing.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Can we have it?
The Kenku just look at each other and do like a head tilt in opposite directions at each other.
Let's not try that.
I know, it just seems like fun.
Besides, can you even drive a vehicle?
You
Yeah,
don't have
alright,
land vehicle
land
proficiency.
proficiency. I didn't say I was gonna drive it, I just want it. Bloody
How the
hell.
fuck
Fucking
does land vehicle
17-year-old.
proficiency come up twice in a campaign?
How's it come up ever?
Yeah.
17-year-olds getting their license. I have land vehicle.
Because I made a thing about it, and now Grant is making me.
Damn it, Magnus, this is your fault.
But yeah,
Looking around the yard, is there like, is this one of like a collection? Is Mad Maggie like a vehicle aficionado or whatever? Like, does she collect these things or
there are 3.
three? And of the 3 that are there, because we are such a large party, is there one that is more like a minivan, or maybe something that we can all get in on, or maybe we can strap the small one to the roof?
Suck
I
on my
mean,
butt.
every car needs a fucking hood ornament.
I will fight all of you.
I was talking to the god above.
There is also one that looks like that, with a large harpoon launcher on the front,
That is primed for a hood ornament.
and
Yeah, it's got the spear ready and everything.
it is the size of a bus.
I think we should, if
Can I go see what I
we
can
can
find
maybe
out
get the.
about it?
Yeah, so there's
My
a
vehicle proficiency.
For fuck's sake.
so there's 2 of the demon grinders and 1 of the tormentors in this yard. The tormentor has no wheels,
No.
and 1 of the demon grinders is missing the like the huge open mouth front attachment and the wrecking ball on the back. What did you want to do, Riala? Sorry.
I wanted to know what I could figure out about any of these vehicles with my vehicle proficiency.
She wants to go over, kick the tires, check the
Yeah.
engine, make sure there hasn't been any accidents in it.
Lift the bonnet
You
up.
know, how many
put my head
owners
down.
has it? Have you changed the oil filters recently? Have the spirits been filled up?
Make a land vehicle proficiency roll.
God damn it.
Yes.
I hate everything.
Yes.
21.
I hate everything.
Ooh.
All right.
Also, you should probably set that into tool proficiency so you don't have to do that manually all the time, considering it's coming up so often.
I don't do it manually. I have a macro.
You should still set that up into tool proficiencies, because why not?
All right. I stuffed up one thing. The tormentor is the size of a bus. The demon grinders are the size of 4 buses.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, the tormentor is about 3,000 pounds, and 1 demon grinder is 12,000 pounds. It is a gargantuan vehicle.
No, I really want one.
The demon grinder, you get the sense that you can crush things with the wheels. There's a magical essence coming from the weapons. It has a chomper, which you get the sense can attack. The wrecking ball on the back, and there's 2 stations filled with harpoons on the top. It can also carry up to 8 medium creatures. The Tormentor also has the crushing wheels. It also has scythes that all around it. So within 5 feet, if you moved within 5 feet, it would get raked across with the scythes. It also has the large harpoon on the front,
I want one.
and there's seems to be enough space for about 4 medium creatures.
So the Tormentor is a lawnmower, and the Demon Grinder is one of those mulches with a wrecking ball attached.
Yeah, basically.
It's a dating app for demons.
Whoa.
Now they get the joke.
No, I got it. I started laughing as soon as you finished. It was just one of those silent ones.
Also, as you're looking around, Riala, you can see the floating skull. Like, you come into visual sight of the flame skull.
Cool.
Seems to... you see it just kind of floating there, staring at like a pile of junk. And one of the red caps throws a scrap piece of metal at it, and it just pings off the side of the skull.
Fair.
It turns to face it, and the red cap runs away. And as that red cap runs away, another red cap pops out from behind it and throws another piece of metal at it. And it
Aw.
just seems to be a game back and forth.
Fair enough. Can I tell if like the skull's into this, or is it pissed off, or what? Or is it just a skull?
You can make a insight check, because nobody makes enough insight checks. And you're proficient in that.
I am.
As much as a flaming skull can, it seems sad.
Aww. Buddy.
As you say, "Oh, buddy," it turns to face you, and one of its teeth is missing. And it says, "This is what I put up with."
Oh god, it can talk.
Yeah, its
Seems-
jaws move up and down, and a voice comes out.
Seems like not a very fun time.
Talk about a hostile work environment.
Can I gather up these red-capped bullies?
Yeah, you can try.
Can I just borrow your attention here for a couple of moments? It has come to my attention just while we are waiting for this very fucking long spell to be cast. That the working environment around the yard here could use some improvement.
Bonnie's
Now-
fucking Ursha.
Because of recent events in in today, I have learnt that perhaps sometimes bullying people leads to them jumping off the sides of cities and landing in lava. Now, I'm sure that you do not want this to happen to your friends. If you look to your left and right, I'm sure each of you, this is not a very nice place to be working. So I would like to do some trust exercises with us today. So, can I get 2 lines of people here?
They genuinely look confused and decide to go along with it.
Lovely. Okay. Now, you guys here, point at the front of them.
Yeah.
So, what you're going to do, you're going to close your eyes. And the people behind, you are going, like, so you close your eyes and you're going to fall backwards. Not now, no. You're going to fall backwards and the people behind you are going to catch you because you trust them. Yes? So, you close your eyes, you fall backwards. People behind you catch the person. You don't let them fall because you think it is funny, because it is not funny. It is bullying, and they will jump off the side of a city and burn themselves in. Okay? Okay. Now, Do you want example?
They all nod enthusiastically.
Okay. Vriala and Scrap.
God damn it. Yeah, I'll catch. Yeah, all right, I'll catch her.
Okay.
You're
Uh,
not catching me.
Vriala.
Where's the trust?
No, this is a trust exercise. We need to build a trust with our new members. So,
He's tiny. I'm
Vriala,
gonna
could
hit
you?
the ground before he can catch me.
You need to trust that he will be able to catch you.
Why not just use yourself as an example, Barney? Someone a bit more your height.
I'm just.
Rather
Yeah,
than someone who's 3 foot.
I'm
No offense,
tutoring
Scraps,
these
but
people.
No offense, Scraps, but...
No, come on. Okay, Vriala, you close your eyes. Scraps, be prepared. You're going to be able to catch that.
Yep.
Okay, lovely. Okay, ready. 3, 2, 1. Vriala, thank.
I do not fall.
For fuck's sake.
And one of the red caps says, I think we got a friend. And two of them stand behind one in front. And the two of them synchronize. So 3, 2, 1. And as if falls back, they both like grab an arm each and fling the other red cap into the air against the fence, where it is impaled on a bone. And the rest of the entire group of red caps is just falling on the ground, laughing hysterically. Good work, Barney.
Well, I mean, it's not lava, so I mean, this is good. Yes. Team building of a murder. This is your fault, Riala.
And the flame skull says, if enough of them did that, maybe I'd get my tooth back.
Aww. Which one
Do
has your
they
tooth?
have your tooth?
At saying that, all of them in sync say no and like scatter.
We're about to have a good old-fashioned gnome beatdown.
I would enjoy that a great deal. And the flame skull launches a fireball across the yard at 2.
Yeah, boy!
All that's left are the steel, like the iron boots that they wear. And he says, I guess they didn't have it.
I mean, fair.
Riala,
What?
would you like to cast a fireball?
Maybe.
Well, too
If-
bad, because no one trusts you.
Hey, okay, no, the problem here wasn't no one trusting me, is I don't trust Scraps.
I'm examining the body on the impaled wall.
Yeah. They have a small sickle and some very heavy iron boots, almost like lead boots. Like
That's
given
pretty sickle.
given their size, it seems unwieldy, like with how large their boots are compared to their body. But they seem to move around pretty deftly.
I'm gonna turn to the flaming hand. I'm gonna have you like, so do the red caps like shiny things, or is there anything to distract them?
It just seems like they enjoy chaos. And for some reason, they've decided that my tooth is a good luck charm.
Hmm. Fair enough.
If you could get it back, though, I would appreciate it. And that's where we'll end the session.
Huzzah!
Another level up.
I thought all the gnomes got nuked
No, 2.
No, 2.
Just 2.
2.
But they all the fireball was after they scattered.
I mean, if you want to nuke them, they were all grouped up ready.
Definitely could have.
Put that in our next session notes.
So yeah, thanks for
I
anyone
doubt I
watching.
will be able to convince
Every-
them to regather up after fireball. Positive side, if we can get the skull to cast more spells, maybe he's run out of spells. And we just
Every
get-
so
Do they
this
speak Gnomish though? Are they actually Gnomes?
You haven't tried.
so yeah, we do this weekly every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Every second week we start an hour later because one of our players has to work late. If you enjoyed it, please consider following.
What's the name of the
You
fort?
can also check. You can also look for previous VODs on YouTube. And I hope you all have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.